In progress.
Very, very warm welcome to the 45th meeting of Personal Growth Leaders Online Toastmasters Club. We meet every Saturday at 2 p.m. GMT, which is different times across different parts of the world. Very warm welcome to our guests. We really are happy to have you here in our meeting. We meet every Saturday at the same time, same place, Zoom. Right. So thank you so much for joining. And I see that today's theme is prepare for setbacks, build in resilience. This is a great theme. Resilience is something that is extremely important characteristic that each and every one of us has. It's just a matter of using it as many times as possible so that we know that it exists and it becomes stronger. So there is a saying that if you don't use it, you lose it. It's quite an interesting saying. So how do we use resilience? We use resilience when we come up. Every time we are down, we come up. So that is being resilient. So with that message, I would like to hand our virtual gavel to the Toastmaster of this morning, evening, afternoon, night, Satya. Huge round of applause to Satya.
Thank you, Samesh. Good day, good evening, dear Toastmasters and distinguished guests. As DTM Samesh just said, in our life, we interpret various setbacks as guides. We should rather interpret them as guides, not as brakes of a vehicle. As we get setbacks in our life, we have to learn from that. As you would know, Scott Adams, the guy who brought into being the Dilbert comic strip, he has written a book about his own life lessons, about various failures he had in life. He lost his voice sometime. He's an excellent public speaker, and also he has written not only this book, How to Fail in Everything, but Still Win Big is the name of the book I'm referring to. So there may be many setbacks in your life, but it's always good to learn from what were the setback, what did you learn from them, and rise up. Let me give you my own example. When I was in the corporate life about 15 years back, 2007-8, then there was worldwide recession. My company also lost its usual profits. We had about 200 employees, and as usual, the employees were expecting their increments and bonuses like every year. But those few years in 7 and 8 and thereafter 2-3 years was very bad. So we expected in fact, we had a setback. We expected how to deal with this kind of thing. We need to prepare ourselves. What we taught in the top management, about 8 to 10 people. A day before our annual review meeting, we gathered together. We spent about 4 hours brainstorming. We chose 5 questions that the employees may ask the following day during the review. Then we distributed the groups into 2 pairs, and each question was given to 1 pair of top management officials, executives. And we practiced, we rehearsed what could be the question and what should be the answer. And we switched the question between ourselves, 2 people, took the responses, then practiced it thoroughly. And we were able to manage the next day the employees, all of their questions. And they were mighty pleased that the top leadership is speaking this way. So they are taken the responsibility to do better in future. And there was no resistance from the employee. That was the learning. That was the preparation we did when there was a setback. With this, now I call upon the grammarian to give the word of the day. Mars?
Yes, thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster of the evening. My role as grammarian is to introduce the word of the day and encourage its use by speaker, evaluators, and table topics participants. I will listen to word usage and note any misuse of the English language, such as incomplete sentences, incorrect grammar, and others. The word of the day is insurmountable. It can be used as adjective. Let me.
Thank you, Mas. That was an
Yes.
excellent. That is an excellent word, insurmountable. We will endeavor to use it to the maximum possible during this session of the Toastmasters, PGL Toastmasters. Now, may I now invite the evaluator of the first speaker, Anvita Hegde. I think. Yeah.
Thank you, Toastmaster Satya. Sorry, I was having some net issues. The speaker is attempting her manage change project. The speech length is 5 to 7 minutes. The purpose of this project is for the member to practice developing a change management plan. All the best to the speaker. Back to Toastmaster Satya.
Thank you, Anvita. Now, may I now invite the speaker, Rosiana. The speech duration is 5 to 7 minutes. Over to Rosiana.
Rumi once said, "Yesterday I was clever, so I wanted to change the world. Today I'm wise, so I'm changing myself." Winston Churchill said to improve is to change. To be perfect is to change often. Albert Einstein said the measure of intelligence is the ability to change. Leo Tolstoy said true life is lived when tiny changes occur. Fellow Toastmasters, Mr. President, distinguished Toastmasters, and guests, no change, no improvement. This project requires a speech on a current project or past project that I had implemented. And since most of us are Toastmasters, so I want to talk about Toastmasters. So we have been given this opportunity to lead Shah Alam Toastmasters Club, 7 of us. Allow me to share some of the changes that we have implemented in our club when we took over the club officer roles, surmountable roles. Okay, the Shah Alam is a physical club, unlike this club. Shah Alam Toastmasters Club was chartered in 1997, some 24 years ago. The first step, if you look at it, is to analyze circumstances. That is what this project tells us. So the first step is to analyze the circumstances. I was the VPM the previous year. And as you know, everybody is busy. In this hurry-burry world, who is not busy here? Anybody is not busy? I'm sure all of us are busy with our day-to-day job, our fiduciary duties, a role as a mother, a role as an employee, a role as an employer, and on top of that, we have this role, a role as a club officer. This is a voluntary basis. This is a challenge, as we need to spend some form of time into it. The greatest challenge, members always ask, where's the agenda? And today's is the meeting, and we don't have the agenda ready. And we have challenge with the agenda. And on the other hand, I was also a member with another club, a physical club as well. So that makes it 3 clubs, including this one that time. And this club doesn't seem to have problem with the agenda. And they actually use the Easy Speak. Yeah. Yes, they were using Easy Speak. So when I was asked to go there, Easy Speak, it wasn't easy. I was like, how many websites? We have Toastmasters International and now this website. And I kept forgetting the passwords. I was skeptical and negative. at the same time, I was amazed subconsciously, because when I want to recall when I did that speech or when I did that evaluation, when I was the counter, grammarian, not too much of grammarian though, grammarian or the other roles, I don't know when to look at. And normally we look at the agenda. But the agenda, since I got a problem with my printer, I didn't print it anymore and I lost track. So I think Easy Speak is a good thing because it's managed the whole thing there and I can just refer back to it. So I think the most important that I like about this Easy Speak is the record keeping. And I'm lucky that only one of the founding members was still a member today. And because it's also a Toastmasters, it's very open to change. So we hear a lot of negative remarks as well, especially from the general evaluator when they came and evaluate. Of course, they touch on the tiny font of the agenda, and it's not as beautiful as the manually prepared agenda. So we have to adapt to change, whether we want a beautiful but meaningless agenda or a compromise on the looks, but a great hell of a good record keeping and the integration and things like that. So today in the club we discuss more of other changes as well, like Zoom. Okay, Zoom, using of Zoom, hybrid meetings, and then we have also been on LinkedIn, and we have introduced a lot of other changes as well. Like this club, we have uh, YouTube unlisted videos, maybe soon live, and we have enhanced on our posting on Facebook and things like that. And there's a lot of other things, such as registering this club into the registrar of society, which is now it's not done yet. And there's a lot of other things along the way. But we want to reserve some of them for the next term officers as well. Okay. And I think most of the people, okay, now let's, the most important thing, so we have to adopt to change. Today we have this, to conclude, it is not easy to change a club after 24 years. And but Toastmasters is an exception because we want to be effective leaders and communicators. We welcome change because no change, no improvement. Thank you. Back to you.
Thank you, Rosiana. Wonderful. Now, may I now request the speaker of the second speaker, the evaluator, Toastmaster DTM Ahmed Shukri, to explain the purpose of this speech, please.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster of the Day, fellow Toastmasters, most welcome guest, and our speaker, Toastmaster Sabriya, is trying to give us an engaging speech to motivate us. So this is engaging with motivation using storytelling. So for the next 5 to 7 minutes, we'll hear a story, whether fictional or a personal story, with the purpose of engaging us and motivating us. All the best of luck for the speaker, and back to you, Toastmaster of the Day.
Thank you, DTM Ahmed. This is from the Pathway Distinguished Toastmaster Level 1. The speech duration is 5 to 7 minutes. Over to Sabaria.
Satya, can you just give me a minute because I'm trying to log in from my computer. Just 1 minute. Okay. Just a minute. Because I'm on my phone now. I'm starting. Okay. Can you all hear me now? Can you hear me now? Okay, I'll switch this.
Yes.
Thank you. Okay. Now how do I get it? Testing, 1, 2, 3. Okay, I'm full. Give me 1 second. Another 1 second, please. Let's see. It's a bit dark. See me now? A bit dark. Okay. Right. Give me a breather. Hi, my name is Arya, and my name is actually a very emotional name because it is Sabah, meaning patient, and Ria, meaning happy. Dear President, fellow Toastmasters and guests, I would like to share a story about myself and my name. This famous name is even the title of a story in a Malay picture which is very famous, and it's called Sabadia. Well, one day, Mom asked me, how can you be so patient about it? That man scream at you, scold you in front of public, and you can be so patient about it. Well, late Mom was referring to my late ex-husband because he's a hot-tempered person. But I, being me, I'm so patient. I can handle it with emotion because I am a very intellectually intelligent and emotionally intelligent person. So I'm not bothered by that. Well, another thing about my second part of my name is it's Ria, meaning happy. I only know about it from a friend of mine who is a trainer, and I attended his training course. And during the whole duration of his course, what he does is bully me because I'm a fitness trainer. He's a fitness coach. So when I do my 2.4 run or when I go on the treadmill for my task, he'll be like, no, you're fitness instructor, you're aerobics instructor are lousy. You don't know how to do fitness, you don't know how to do aerobics. And he bullied me. And all I do is just take it cool. Hey, this is no problem. So at the end of the course, the duration of about a month course, in the closing, he told all the coursemate, my friends, that he said he met one person who lived up to her name. It is Sabah, meaning patient, and it's Ria, meaning happy. And that was the first time I know my name means happy, second part of my name. So I'm proud to be Sabah Ria. I told my mom that I have to live up to my name because it is Sabah and Ria. I am that patient and happy person. And having that name, I was challenged to live up to my name again just about a week ago, over the weekends. Well, I didn't know that my husband just bought a new reconditioned motorhome, the recreational vehicle from Japan. That's about a few months, about 3, 4 months ago. So we have been using the motorhome very nicely, no problem. But this time, over the weekend, I'm supposed to have our team building for District 102, and I'm going to be there. I already confirmed my attendance. But gee, what happened? Okay, a week before, we have an event. My husband have a meeting in Penang, which is about like 800 kilometers away, 900. Okay, so we took an early drive early in the week to go to Penang for his meeting, for his site visit, and also for a wedding of his nephew. Great, we went nicely, drive along up to about 700 kilometers, which is in Ipoh, a small town. And we went there and we decided that because we went with another motor home which belonged to his brother. So we said, hey, why don't we sleep in our motorhome along the highway at a very big rest area on the highway? And we did just that. We enjoyed so much and things like that. And the next morning we got up, drive, and there we are. Suddenly my car just like refused to start. It just went off. So what's wrong? So we drive into the town and then we have a look at the engine, the battery, and whatsoever, and the battery man says, you've got to replace it. It is 2 batteries, so we got it replaced. Wow, replaced, wow, well and good, okay. And you know what I did? While they were repairing the motor vehicle, what did I do? I was online on a club meeting with another club because I was a guest there. And guess what? In that motorhome, while being repaired, I got table topic best speaker. Yay! Good. Well, okay, we went drive and things like that, another 100 kilometer. Then we went to this place that you have to pay the toll because you want to go out of the town. And there the car goes, it just went off. The engine just went off. Like, hey, what's wrong? We didn't get two new battery. What is wrong with it? So we called the battery, but hey, what's wrong with this? The car just didn't want to move. So they said, oh, it's not the battery, it's the alternator. Okay, fine. We call another person and says, hey, come and have a look at our vehicle, things like that. So came and this says, okay, you got to change your alternator. So we change. Then we go on. And then just before we reach the bridge to go to an island, which is Penang Island, right at the top, the car go again. Oh my God, what's happening? We changed to batteries, we changed a new alternator. What's happening? Then I said, it's a recon car from Japan. So you have to do a lot of things to it. Okay, we went to the island because we had a meeting and we used to have a wedding. So we went. We drive, we get the car started at the end and we go right to the car park of the hotel. We want to go and park and the security said, wait. What's wrong? You can't park here. You have to register first. I said, look, we have a reservation. Why can't we park here? And then we go and reserve and go park and check in. It's no, you can't do that. And we had a fight. Oh, my husband is really so angry, all that kind of things. So I'm like, oh, this emotional, both emotional person. It's like, oh, it's okay. We'll park the car back and go check in. So at the end of the day, I have to live up to my name. It is something insurmountable, smartable. Yeah, but I did it. All of this. But I can't make it to our district 102 team building because it took 3 to 4 days to get the car really roadworthy. But we did it. So if you want to get a new vehicle or a recon vehicle from Japan, make sure you get it all checked before you go into that long distance journey. And that is my story. And well and good because next, just a few days, we are going to take another long distance drive to another island, which is called Langkawi. Rosie, you know where that is? And it's an open city for everybody to come to Malaysia. I enjoyed this trip. I enjoyed talking. Yeah, I enjoyed my story. I hope you did too. Thank you very much. Back to you, Toastmasters of the day.
Thank you, Sabriya. That was wonderful. Now, let us move on to the next session of the day. That is the table topic session. And let me hand over the gavel of table topic to myself because I am the table topic master. So I have a PowerPoint slides are there, which essentially on today's theme, prepare for setbacks, build in resilience. Let me share that with you. Give me a moment, please. You're able to see this? You're able to see this?
Yes, we can able to see.
Okay. May I, if there are no volunteers, may I now call upon Sanjeev to say something on this?
Yeah. So this is kind of a very motivational picture what I see at this point. So I can tell a little story about this. So there is a boy who is very poor financially, who is not have enough money to survive, to take care of his family, and then he just struggling hard uh, to survive in his life, and he's facing a lot of obstacle in his life, but still he's trying to go on and on with breaking all the obstacle. So this picture depicts this picture shows such a kind of message it gives, that whatever the situation, whatever the circumstance may be, we have to move on, we have to go on facing all kind of obstacle. Yeah, over to you, table topic master. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Sanjeev. Very well done. There are many insurmountable challenges. We have to confront that as we go along in life. Thank you very much for that insight into this picture. Let me go to the next one. It's not moving. Okay, let me just give me a moment. Can I request Arthur? Arthur, I'm seeing you after a long time.
I'm struggling to see the picture.
You want me to change this? I'll take it to the next one. You like it? How about this?
Yeah, this one is fine. Thank you so much, Table Topics Master. You see this picture, guests and Toastmasters? That is a lady feeling so anxious. Have you ever had a situation where you're so anxious, you don't know what to do? Mental health can be a very challenging matter to many. We have different awareness. Many people don't understand that they're dealing with mental health issues. Should you ever see a situation, or should you ever be in a situation like this lady in the picture? Should you ever feel helpless? Don't, especially for you men, don't take it lightly. Find a counselor. So this picture tells us
I think we got cut off. Arthur, take a counselor. Yes, that's the message you have to give us. Thank you very much. Now I move on to the next picture and call upon Sacred Heart, Toastmaster Sacred Heart. Are you there?
Yeah, hi, good evening. Okay, from here I can see that these are the villagers that are facing trouble in their life. For me, as long as you have perseverance and you keep on going and never give up, there is no problem or no suffering or no challenges that is insurmountable that we cannot overcome. We just need support. We just need perseverance and keep our life moving on. For sure, we'll be able to break through any challenges that come along our way. As long as we keep the positive mindset and as long as we keep on believing and never give up, no matter where we are, no matter how scarce the resources we are having, we still can break through and be creative and solve the problem or the challenges that we are facing. This is what I can learn from the picture. This is my sharing. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Be creative and you will be able to go to the challenges, confront the challenges. Now, may I call upon President Somesh, DTM Somesh?
Fantastic picture. Shows that she has overcome something that was insurmountable and celebrating that achievement. It's not always possible to be in this state of mind when we go through our life. There are times when things don't go according to how we want it to go. And that's fine as well. I remember one of the saying from, there is a management guru called Sri Kumar Rao. He's quite an interesting personality. He teaches all the management graduates and he has got the Rao Institute. It's an amazing person. He actually teaches according to the ancient philosophy of the East. And he gives a great example about, suppose we have gone to a particular place, a beautiful scenic place, and we see a beautiful scenery. I can describe probably the scenery. There is a lake, and there are a few trees, and there is a mountain. Right. So we are seeing all this beautiful scenery. And when we look at that scenery, we don't say that that tree should be a little bit 1 inch on the left side, or this branch should be 1 meter on the right side. We do not say all those things. We look at the scenery, we appreciate the beauty, and we are in the present at that moment. And this is what he says about whatever happens in our life. Everything that happens in the life is coming us to teach us something, and we should take it that way. And if we take it that way and we either move forward or we learn from it, we can overcome any insurmountable difficulties or circumstances and be in this position of this lady like this. Thank you so much, Topics Master.
Thank you, DTM Samesh. Excellent. Rao Institute, never heard about it. I have noted down. I'll try and refer to that and listen into what Rao has to say. Excellent. Now, may I request Mars to say something on this picture?
Yes. Let me try my camera have some problem. Can you see me?
Yeah, but your image is upside down.
Mars.
My, my camera has some problem. Yeah, never mind. Let's do it.
We can hear your voice. Yeah, please go ahead.
Thank you, Table Topics Master. From this, what I can feel it is a big challenge in our life. Everybody will have different challenges in their life. When there was challenges, how we going to deal with it? It could be a insurmountable difficulty. Once in my life, I have faced a big challenge when I turned into 30, which is like a golden year for most of the people, but I was diagnosed with a serious disease. And these big red things in my heart stopped me to move my life. And I told myself, life is just like a circle. If I don't move forward, I will be struggling here. So what I did is I tell myself, I won't survive, maybe not today or tomorrow, but one day I will survive. And this red circle things is something that I need to break through. So this is something that hope can move us forward. And I believe from this picture, there must be a big hope from this person for him to challenge the pressure and to move forward in their life. Thank you. Back to you, Table Topics Master.
Thank you, Mars. That was an excellent insight about the picture and your perception of what you should do in life. Excellent. Now, may I move on to the last topic of the day? May I request, one moment, just give me because. Yeah, I think Teresa. Teresa, you would like to say something on this?
Mr. Table Topics, fellow Toastmasters, and most welcome guests. Well, there's really not anything insurmountable here. We have people working together and trying to get a garden planted. We even have all different age groups that are participating. What a wonderful, wonderful way to involve young children, showing them the beginning of life and how the life circle continues. And I think of many situations where we have to think about our lives and how it will continue. We all have challenges. We all have times where we have to insurmount those difficult challenges. But knowing that we have people that support us, people that are here to help us, is definitely something that gives us the resilience to continue to move forward and to live our lives the way we want to. Learn to work with others, cooperate with others. That is definitely a part of our life that we have to move forward in. At Toastmasters, we do this. We work with all people. We enjoy the company of all people, and we help other people, especially those who are trying to insurmount any challenges they may be having. Back to you, Mr. Toastmaster, Mr. Table Topics.
Thank you. Thank you, Teresa. Very well said. We have to work in partnership. We have to work together in a cooperative style to achieve whatever we need to achieve in life. With that, I come to this table topic session comes to a close. I'll stop sharing. Now we come to the final session of the day. That is the evaluation session. May I now call upon the General Evaluator, DTM Somesh, to take over from here till the final stage.
Thank you very much, Satya, for leading both the Toastmaster session and the table topic session. Thank you so much. Huge round of applause to Satya. We come to the evaluation section, and we would start with the speech evaluations first. And for the evaluation of the first speaker, Rosie's speech, I would like to invite Anvita to give us her evaluation. Thank you very much.
To change is to improve. No change means no improvement. Wonderful words said by Rosie. Good day, Toastmaster guests and Toastmaster Rosiana in particular. Coming to the areas of excellence, you had a fantastic opening. I have heard speakers using one quote in their opening, but you used 4 quotes. In doing so, you clearly highlighted the importance of change. It kept me interested in your speech. The second aspect which I like is your amazing gestures. You had descriptive gestures when you told about 24 and 3 years. You had suggestive gestures when you moved your hand around when you told about analyzing. You had promptive gestures when you asked who is not busy. By doing this, you showed that you have a deep understanding of body language and gestures. Your gestures made your speech very animated. The third aspect which I liked is how you set the context for your speech. You didn't directly dive into the topic. Instead, you told about your home club, which is Shah Alam. You told about the various roles which people play and the challenges they face. Then you smoothly transitioned into your main topic. This made your speech very logical. I have 3 suggestions to you. After your opening, you mentioned about the objectives of the speech. I felt that this could have been avoided and you could have used that precious time to cover the other parts of your speech. Because as an evaluator, I had already read the objectives of your speech. Second, you mentioned about the change, which is the easy speak. I felt that you could have elaborated on the management of the change part. You mentioned that there was resistance towards the change. How did you manage that? Did you teach the members individually? Did you conduct workshops or did you conduct mastermind sessions like we did? How did you manage that? That could have been clearly brought out. The third suggestion I have for you is related to your conclusion. I felt it was more Toastmaster related than being generic, because you told it is not easy for the club, but still they managed it because they were effective leaders and communicators. Now, next year, if I leave Toastmasters entirely, will I be able to carry your message further? I will be if you make it more generic. So probably you could have told change is the only constant in all our lives. So embrace change gracefully. Now this could have been much more generic. Coming to the positives again, I loved your topic selection, which was about easy speak. It was relatable because even we use easy speak, even we faced resistance because some people told Excel sheet was better. You showed audience awareness by selecting this topic. To summarize, topic selection was good, amazing gestures and opening, few improvements in your conclusion and elaboration on the management part would have elevated your speech. Back to the general evaluator.
Huge round of applause for Anvita. Excellent evaluation. In terms of my role as general evaluator, I would evaluate the evaluators and the roles and how the meeting went from the beginning to the end. So in terms of Anvita's evaluation, I want to congratulate you, Anvita, on using the rule of 3 that you used in both your things about appreciation and also your things about improvement. You have used the rule of 3, and then you have used a sandwich approach as well in terms of starting with a good message, having improvements in the middle, and ending with a good message. And you have used a summary as well. In terms of, I can't think much in terms of what can be improved in terms of your evaluation speech here. The only thing that I would say is whenever we are speaking in terms of evaluation, we should always understand where the speaker is coming from and always try to help them in that way. And I think you have done that to the T perfectly. So congratulations on that. I would like to invite our second evaluator of this meeting, who is going to evaluate Sabaria's speech. Welcome to DTM Ahmed.
Thank you very much, General Evaluator for Toastmasters and our speaker, Toastmaster Sabaria. Well, let me start by thanking you very much for using such an interesting story to explain the meaning of your name to start with. And I'm quite happy that your name has both happiness and patience in the actual meaning of it. And you know, in Toastmasters or in public speaking, one of our strongest weapon or arsenal is a good story. Bill Gove, the former president of the National Speakers Bureau, has this principle of what we do in public speaking is we make a point and tell a story, or tell a story, make a point. Because the power of stories will make us remember the point, and going forward, make us always recall what happened to you and the moral behind the story. So wonderfully done. I loved how you explained the meaning of your name and the exciting story about driving from one place to another, and how would you like to repeat the same ride in a future plan. Now, this fine afternoon, I would like to give you one important suggestion with regards to telling a good story. In the core of telling a good story, there are 5 W's. There's when and where. These are the context or stage building of a story. You did this very well. The third W is what, who. So who are the characters of the story, and your characters were yourself and your husband. Number 4 is what, which is the plot of the story. And number 5 is why, which is the moral of the story. So you have done very well in the first 3 W's. So the when and where and who. I need to see better improvement on what happened in the story. You had a nice flow of the actual point A to point B, the ending and the start of your story. But there's always should be a twist in the story. The twist in the story is the small surprise we're waiting for. So if you want to tell an exciting story, there has to be a hidden twist somewhere towards the end of the story to keep us excited and engaged. Because telling a story about driving or going through a car drive might be good for you and nice for you because you've been there, you've done that. But we need to be also part of the story and feel engaged. Of course, the last W, the moral of the story. It's one thing to have a good story and a different thing to have the moral behind the story. So remember, it's not about you in the end, it's about your audience members. What's in it for us? WWIFM. What will we take back? What would be the moral of the story? So for your story, I thought that was engaging. It was nice, it was interesting, but I was missing the moral behind the story. What would I take back from your story and apply it to my own life? And remember, to keep us engaged with your story, you have to put us in the middle of the story by using have you questions or imagine, involve us in the story to make it more engaging and more motivating. Otherwise, I loved how your name has two meanings, and from now forward, I will always value my drives around my country and my place. Thank you very much, and back to you, GE.
Thank you very much, TTM Ahmed. An excellent evaluation. And you had given us a master's class as well in the last session. So thank you so much for that. As I said in the evaluation for the first evaluator, the most important thing that we are doing here evaluation is in terms of understanding the person's perspective and understanding how that person can uncover themselves more in terms of their communication of their incidents. And Ahmed, you have done that perfectly. So congratulations. I think we have great members here who are really great in their own field. And this is what is making us an advanced club here, when these members are coming together and giving us their contribution. Thank you so much. In terms of the R counter, Teresa had to leave, but she has given me the report. She said there were 20 R's, 3 ums, 1 but, 4 nows, 4 so's, and 2 okays. So it looks like we need to improve. That's okay. I think it's always good that we have some things for improvement and we keep at it. So I'd like to congratulate Teresa for being so vigilant in terms of listening and helping us with our crutch words here. Coming to the next, that's the grammarian report. I would like to invite our grammarian, Mars, to please help us with the report. Thank you very much, Mars.
Thank you. Thank you, General Evaluator Somesh. First of all, let me share for those members who use the words of the day. Our Teresa used 3 times. Sabaria 2 times. Pehun, Somesh, and Rosie used 1 time. And now let me share some of the good usage for today. Skeptical and negative, open to change, beautiful and meaningful agenda, hybrid meeting, welcome change, no change, no improvement, emotional name, mental health, don't take it lightly, perseverance, scarce of resources, appreciate the beauty and appreciate the moment. Either we move forward or learn from it. How the life cycle continue. Resilience to move forward to live the life we want. Smoothly transition. Resistance towards challenge. Embrace change gratefully. And there are some of the things we can take note. For example, when we talk about more than one club, we have to emphasis on the S plural, like 3 clubs. And when we talk about something, for example, like took an early drive, it should be took on early drive. It took an early drive. And also another one of the last thing will be when we talk about the story about the past event, we have to use in past tense. We got, if you mention about things past tense. This comes to the end of my grammarian report. Back to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you very much, Mars, for a very comprehensive report. Thank you so much. Now I'd like to invite a timer of this meeting, Kathy, to please give us the report. Thank you very much, Kathy.
Thank you. Our two speakers, Rosianna was 7 minutes. Sabaria was 7 minutes and 15 seconds. I'm sorry, on our table topic, Senji, my timer stopped for some reason because my app stopped during the middle of yours, and because of the screen, I couldn't see it reflected off, so I didn't realize, so I apologize. I know you were within time, but I just don't have the exact time. Arthur, you were at 1 minute and 24 seconds. Pei Hoon was at 1 minute and 11 seconds. Somesh, 2:08. Mars, 1:48. Teresa was 1:40. And for our evaluators, Anvita was at 3 minutes and 23 seconds. And Ahmed at 3 minutes and 26 seconds. So we got the maximum amount of the evaluators. It was not insurmountable to go overtime. So you guys did a great job. Sorry about my app. I'm working on trying to find a good app that doesn't do a survey or something in the middle of it. So I apologize. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Kathy, for a very comprehensive report. And it's great to know that everyone was within time. So if it was a competition, no one would have been disqualified. Excellent. Well done, everyone. Huge round of applause. Now I'd like to bring the gavel back to our Toastmasters to give Toastmaster of the day to give us the final briefing. Thank you very much, Satya.
Thank you, General Evaluator. That was a very well carried out evaluation session. I appreciate all the speakers in this, as well as the evaluator, as well as the table topic speakers who have focused on the, like Daniel Kahneman has come out with a new book called Noise. He talks about how, despite so much of noise all around us, you have to focus on the work, what you're doing. In this case, you guys have focused very much on today's theme, prepare for setbacks, building resilience. Time and again, this topic came into limelight. I'm very happy about that. With that, I hand back the gavel to the President for his final words and closing the session.
Thank you so much, Satya, for helping us with a major role here in terms of running the meeting and also the topics. These are extremely major roles. I appreciate your effort. Thank you so much. And the topic itself of the meeting about resilience is very much in terms of our contemporary situation at this moment. The world is going through. It is really very, very valid topic. We have to be resilient in these times. We know that there is a new variant that has been found and that is causing a little bit of issues across the world. And this is the time that we be resilient in terms of our confidence that we can overcome whatever challenges that comes upon us. And we are all in this together, and together we can. So with that, I would like to conclude this meeting. And thank you so much for your time. It's really great that we all come together every week and we give our energy, enthusiasm, and everything to this meeting. Thank you so much.